a slow-burning thriller portrayed in this film, Presence. However, the slow burn seems to never reach its full potential. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We are here today, this afternoon, really with a movie review of Presence. And this movie will serve as the first walkout of 2025. And I will explain why the movie Presence does not seem to be as engaging as you may think. When you're looking at Neon, the production company, they typically produce and release good movies. Their movies are usually in a different format. This does meet that kind of criteria because this movie is told entirely in first-person point of view. So when you're looking at what the scariness and what the presence is, you really see it in the first, I would say, 15 minutes of the movie as you are watching a person roam around an empty house, and then you really see what the film is about. Now, the family that you get to see buys this house after the death of a friend of their daughter's. They want a fresh start, and that's really kind of what you see. However, when you're looking at a psychological thriller, you want it to provide some good substance. In this movie, it is so slow, and it almost looks like it is just cut scene by scene by scene. There's no continuous movement or continuous scenes. 1 second you're here, the screen will flash off, go dark, next second you're here. Now, when you are looking at a movie that is supposed to be a psychological thriller and something to keep you on edge, this movie does not do it. Now, the one thing I've said in every review that I've done is I try not to be so critical because A, I am not in the movie business. I don't spend the money to produce movies. I don't ever claim to do that. But what I do know in seeing as many movies as I have in the past year is that if a movie is bad, it deserves to be put out there. Now, what I really was thinking about this movie was we were going to see a continuous ghostly figure. We were going to see something that really is haunting the family. But what we see is really the daughter seeing the creature, really thinking that it is the spirit of her friend, but nobody else believes her. Now, as I mentioned, this was my first walkout of 2025. Eventually, this movie hit the point where seeing the continuous cuts, seeing the slow-paced, slow-motion feel, I just reached a point where I decided I'm going to go home, I'm going to go spend my time doing something different. And I usually don't feel that way, but this is not a movie that I really even feel like is going to stick around in theaters that long. And so when you're looking at movies going into 2025, I said this yesterday in my review over Flight Risk. January is the movie dump. I feel like if you took away the first person point of view and actually gave it more of a context or have more of a contextual feel to it, audience would understand it. At many times in my 30 minutes I was in the movie, I just kind of threw my hands up thinking, what am I watching? Why am I even here? And when you have a movie that is telling you that and giving you that feeling, you know it is time to go. Presence is not a movie that I recommend. And ultimately for me, Presence is a 1 out of 5. Now, there may be people that say, well, you got to look at it from this point of view and this is what they were trying to do. But the thing is, whatever they were trying to do, in my opinion, failed. And Presence is not the movie I would ever recommend. But it is out now. I really feel like it will be a short release. If you want to go see it, you're a fan of Lucy Liu and a few of the other actresses and actors in it, go see it. But I will say, if you're expecting something to truly mess with your mind, this film really falls on the elementary level of that. But it is out now. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Go check out the other reviews I have posted, and I will talk to you all later.